Hello, in this video I will show you how you can concept characters with the help of Krea AI. You also need some sort of paint program. In my case I'm using Adobe Photoshop.
It's showtime!
I have Photoshop open on the left side of the screen, and on the right side is a browser with the Krea website. The link you can find in the description. We will be concepting a character named Hans. He's an older guy in traditional German clothes. Here are some reference images I found online to help me concept design this character. The first thing we do in Krea is type in a prompt describing the character that we want to create. I have the screen to image button selected, and I've chosen my Photoshop window as the video source. I scaled the source to fit my Photoshop canvas perfectly into the Krea window. Now if I paint in Photoshop, you will see it show up in the Krea window as well. I chose a gray color for my background so I can sketch with black and then add highlights with white. Right now I'm just blocking out the character and setting up the composition. And then I add some markers for the eyes, the nose and the mouth. And then fill in the rest of the landmarks of the character. In Krea, you can choose a side-by-side view if you want to see both your source and the generated output. Krea AI updates in real time, so you can see the generated image change with every brushstroke. I've sped up this video so you can watch how the character comes to life. Compared to other image generators out there, I really like how Krea allows me to paint what I want instead of just describing it with words. And the fact that it updates in real time is simply unbelievable. Now let's start adding some color to his face. And now Hans is starting to look more like what I imagined. Now let's fix his collar and his right arm. And add a few feathers to his hat. In Krea, I choose a single image layout. You can slide the AI influence slider to give more weight to the prompt and create different variations of your character. The lower the AI influence, the more the rendered image will look like your original source image. Now I'm thinking Hans is looking a bit too old, so I'm gonna trim his beard and give him a little bit of a neck. And now let's fix up his eyes a little bit. There, he's starting to look much more like what I imagined. Fixing up some details. At this point I'm looking more at the rendered image than my very pathetic source image. But even a bad source image like I produced is able to create a very nice result. I'm happy with this render, so I will save it to my computer and then I will play a little trick. I will open up the rendered image in Photoshop and use it as my source image. I want to clean up the splotchy background, so I will select the subject and invert the selection and then delete the background and replace it with a solid color. And now I will just touch up some details to finish the image up. Next we will use the upscale and enhance feature of Krea. The rendered image is only 512 by 512 pixels, so we will upscale it to 2K. When it's done, you can see that Krea added a lot more details to the image. For example, wrinkles and better lighting effects and shadows. Next, I bring the upscaled image to Photoshop to fix up some minor issues. For example, I don't like these weird wrinkles in his forehead, so I'm just gonna smooth them out. This still looks a bit weird to me, so I'm just gonna change that frown wrinkle altogether. Okay, I like this much better. Lastly, I noticed that his hat is missing the back side of it, which I accidentally selected when I was deleting the background, so I need to add that back in. Okay, and this is the final character, very much like I imagined him. And with Krea, I was able to have artistic input in developing him, and I was able to do that quickly and beautifully, even if my own artistic skills are not that great. So in this case, I think that AI is useful for artists to become more productive and more powerful, and it's not something that necessarily has to replace artists. I think it's a benefit to artists as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed creating Hans with me. See you next time.